Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just here to tell you a quick video. If you're in crypto just to make a quick buck, you're gonna get wrecked.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Kyle Chasse, a Bitcoin and crypto OG since 2012. I quickly understood that Bitcoin and its underlying technology would change the world, so I went all in. I've built, invested, and advised many projects in the space and consider myself an expert generalist. In 2018, I became very concerned about the misinformation going around the cryptosphere and felt that someone needed to speak up, educate, and assist the space in evolving in the best possible way. I made a decision that I would be more public, speak out against misinformation, educate the world on the most important things about Bitcoin, crypto, and blockchain. I've been traveling the world, speaking at conferences, and working with the best minds in the space to innovate the systems that we grew up with in order to improve the quality of life for the global citizens of Earth. Welcome to my channel.
All right, guys. I just wanted to just make a quick video. Sorry, I'm not making these all the time or daily like some other YouTubers. But look, I have a lot to do. I am working my ass off all the time, building things in this industry, and I just don't have time for it. So I'll do this as often as I possibly can. But look, I just thought I would tell you guys a very, very important lesson. Uh, if the reason that you're in Bitcoin and crypto blockchain is to make a quick buck, you're going to get wrecked. Um, how do I know that? Because I've been here for 8 years and I've seen it happen time and time again. Look, this is a cool industry. It's a really cool industry. But you have to understand why you're in it, what it is, and why you want to be in it, right? So it is a, if you're in it to make money, you're in a very risky gamble. Uh, long term, long term, like something like Bitcoin is going to do very, very well, right? But you have to understand the underlying technology. Really have to understand it in order to even have strong hands, in order to take advantage of the long term gains that Bitcoin's going to have. What is a strong hand? A strong hand is someone that, despite the desire to sell in a big downturn, when the markets are just crashing, that's a strong hand. The the term that we have is hodl or just hold, right? So, but what happens when people just try to, when they see the market going up, usually by the time people have FOMO and they just see the markets going up and up and up, and they're like, shit, should I buy? Should I buy? And they're like, no, wait till it goes down. Then it keeps going up, and then people eventually buy into the market. Usually by the time that most people FOMO in, like in 2017, when most people that I know that got in 2017 bought in like December, because that's when everyone else bought. We saw parabolic increases at that time. And then what happened? Everyone thought it was going to go higher, and in January it started crashing down, and most people got wrecked, right? And why is this? This is because those people didn't understand the underlying technology. They were listening to propaganda around them that people saying it's a shit, Bitcoin's a shit coin, it's not going to last, blah blah blah, it's too volatile, like mainstream media. People don't understand. They don't understand the limited finite supply. They don't understand what halving is. They don't understand the intrinsic value what Bitcoin has. They don't understand the fact that you can never have there never will be more than 21 million ever minted. That already 6 million have been lost. That most people are holding these things, and that there's a very little circulating supply out there. They don't understand these things, right? So a lot of action that people don't even realize is going on OTC or off of exchanges, which don't affect the price of Bitcoin. So, but get in. This is a cool ass industry. It's better than most industry. It's better than, in my opinion, like all other industries. If you're going to try to get in it and make a career out of it, right? And you don't have to. You don't have to actually be super obsessed with the actual technology for it, right? It's the thing. Blockchain, public, open blockchain, was created in order to empower people, right? Like Bitcoin is money for the people, by the people, not controlled by a central bank or a government, right? So you don't have to love the underlying technology from like a geek perspective, like I do, for example. Um, but this is an entire industry, right? So you can, like, if you love to throw parties, right? You can be a conference organizer. You can throw after parties. You can do things like that. If you're an artist, you can paint like crypto art, and like the thing is if you're an artist, you're competing with all the other artists in the world in an industry that's been around for thousands of years, right? It's very, very hard to make your way to the top. But there are very, very few crypto artists out there, right? So if you become one of them, you're competing with a hell of a lot less people, and you'll be, recognized much, much sooner. The same thing goes with everything. Like if you're an attorney, for example, right? If you're an attorney, by the time you get out of university, you'll be like 28 years old or something like that. Then you have to go start at some legal firm as someone's bottom bitch and some intern. Do that for a year or two, then work your way up the ranks, and then become like a junior associate, whatever. Then you're there forever, and then maybe a junior partner one day. And by the time you're old, maybe you'll make like a managing partner or something, and then you're making good money. But then you have to pay off your student loans and all your debts and all these kinds of things, right? So it's a very saturated market. But if you became a crypto attorney or blockchain attorney, there aren't too many out there, right? There's a far less lot of competition. So you can just go bring yourself to a conference, right? And you start networking and you tell people that you're a crypto attorney, and I guarantee you people will be interested because everybody needs one, and there aren't a ton out there. The really, really good ones are charging a ton of money, and people need alternatives, right? So this is some examples. There's countless more examples of ways you can get involved without actually having to build a technology. But if you like building technology like I do, go for it. There's so many cool things that you can do with it. Understand what it does, how to use it, how to leverage it, how to build things that disrupt legacy systems, and go for it. These are the people who are going to make a lot of money in this industry, are the people who are building things that change the lives of the masses of people on this planet, the massive population. And the people that I have found that are very successful in this industry are doing it because they love to do it, and they know that they're building something cool, and they want this technology to exist in the world. The wealth comes from a lot of people finding what they're building beneficial, right? That's a result of doing something that they were passionate about. So and back to this idea, okay, of like it's important to understand what the hell is going on here, right? What's the difference between Libra, for example, or a central bank digital dollar versus something like a open public, maybe algorithmically stable coin, or a Bitcoin or something like that? Well, the difference is huge, right? So one, if you're looking at Bitcoin, you're talking about a free, open, permissionless, censorship-resistant, public protocol that allows anybody in the world to send money to anybody without anybody being able to stop that from happening. Now you talk about a central bank digital dollar, or like digital, like central bank dollars or euros or pesos or rubles, whatever. Now this is, in my opinion, an incredibly dystopian world. This is going to be a world where there's going to be no more cash, right? So the saying, like, cash under the bed for a rainy day or emergencies. You can forget that from your future life. Like, that's going to go away. Keeping cash for emergencies is not going to be something that's going to be a possibility. So if all of your money is on a ledger that the governments control and central banks control, and all of a sudden you owe some money for a parking ticket, guess what? You won't have to send it in anymore because they'll just take it out of your account. You owe some taxes, guess what? You don't have to do that anymore either. Why? Because they're just going to take it out. You got a speeding ticket, just going to take it out. You did something that you thought was completely ethically, morally fine, like smoking a joint, and you got busted, and now you have to pay a fine. Guess what? They're just going to take it out of your account. You ever send money to somebody that you just prefer to keep private for some reason? Any of you? Any of you at all? Can you think of anything like that? Some services maybe you got that you just wanted to keep private, or something you bought that you didn't want people to know about? Guess what? That's not going to be private anymore. But you have that ability to keep your privacy, right, with something like Bitcoin or an open public payment method. Same thing goes true for any other type of protocol. People are building blockchain projects that are private and permissioned that really aren't beneficial to public. They might benefit corporations and industry, but they're not going to be beneficial to the massive public, right? And so understand what Bitcoin is, what blockchain is, understand the differences between permissioned, private, and open and public, And understand you're going to have a decision to make soon. You're going to have a decision to make, right? You're going to have to choose to participate in the fiat digital dollars or digital fiat, or you can participate in a much friendlier, open public, permissionless, censorship resistant monetary system that allows you to send money to anybody in the world privately without anybody else having to know about your business or anyone telling you that you can't.